And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Clippers as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Hey, Allie.
Hey, Brian. This Sixers team is all in. Doc Rivers saying, quote, "We talked about it. We can do a lot of winning, or we can try to be the winner. And being a winner is hard. That's what we want to become. We want the opportunity to be the winner." Brian, there's a difference. Back to you.
Looking to be the last team standing, Allie. Thank you. Well, we're at the time of the calendar when some teams go through a mid-season lull. Grant, what has to be done to avoid that?
Well, first of all, you have to keep your composure. You cannot panic. And, of course, this is when a coach earns his keep. Motivation becomes key. Keeping the players focused and making sure nobody starts coasting.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for Philadelphia, up front, it's Tucker at the 4 next to Embiid in the middle. James Harden out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Harris in at the small forward. Outside Tucker. Harris on the wing. Melton outside. Tipped. And they'll get another chance. Embiid's shot is good. George with it. Leonard outside. Back to George. Leonard left side. Inside. Here's Morris. It doesn't go for him. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. This game against Los Angeles here, their first look at the Clippers.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning one game apiece.
A somewhat surprising split. One team made the playoffs and the other was lottery bound.
Now here's George. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer, one of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Here's Melton. Pass to Harris. From downtown, it's rebounded by Morris.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Melton. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. From the arc. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. George outside. Back to Jackson. George against Melton. Now here's George. Guarding closely. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get positioned inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
Now here's Harden. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal
And Harden, a former league MVP, 3-time scoring champ. Grant, the only thing he's missing is a title.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, it would only help cement his legacy. For years, he'd carry his team only to run out of gas in the playoffs. But postseason success counts for a lot when it's all said and done.
He's off on the first.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. He hits the second from the line. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, BA, and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
Now here's Powell. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Batum outside. Clock at 6. They get the rebound. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal
The
foul.
defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Shooting for LA, Norman Powell at the line for 2.
That one falls for Powell. And so Powell nails them both. Now here's Harden. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Outside Thibault. On the wing, Milton. And he makes it on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Here's Powell after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's Mann. He's off on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Milton. Outside Thibault. Pass to Milton. Soft touch off the glass. Milton's got his second bucket on the night.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Powell. He's been contributing over 15 a game.
When you think about tough those fan bases that
That's his
don't
second
hold back,
personal
the
foul.
Philadelphia 76er fans, well, let's just say they stand out. They are extremely demanding of their
Norman
team.
Powell, 2 shots.
That one falls for Powell. Kennard, he's checked in for Mann. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass to Reed on the wing. Milton. Outside Thibault. Here's Reed. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Harden. Shoots over Wall. Harden misses. The Clippers have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Harden against Wall. Powell outside. Back to Wall. Lets the three fly. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Sixers on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
And your Sixers youth.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
RJ, you played with some of the greats. LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot? Putting you on the spot here.
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving. He hit the clutchest shot in NBA history. Argue with me if you want. You're going to lose it.
No argument here. So here are the five for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. Zubac passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Count it.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket? Knows exactly how to score at will.
Out left to the wing. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Leonard outside. Over Harris. Kept alive. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. The Sixers leading. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Tucker. Milton against Jackson. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Milton's got 6 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Leonard. George finds Leonard. There's Jackson with the three. The Clippers rebound. Morris. The shot misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Here's Harris. The Clippers grab the miss. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. That'll be just the second road game of 5 in a row. Pass to Zubac. Jackson outside. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
And the 76ers with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Tucker. Thibault comes in for Melton. And it's James Harden in for Milton. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum is checked in for Zubac. Covington comes in for Morris. Mann, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Wall in for Jackson. Now here's Batum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. 5 to shoot. Here's George. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
And just taking what the defense gives up. George is such a smart player who has no problem shooting from there.
Thibault on the wing. Pass to Embiid. Not going to go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way, coming off a win against the Hornets.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Now here's Harden, coming off a 31-point game against Detroit.
Putting others before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wish I played with more guys like him.
That one's good for 2.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Back to Wall. Here's Mann, defended by Harden. Pass to Batum. George drives in. Sinks the 15-footer. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Now here is Harrell. There's 31 seconds left in the second. Now Harris. Paul George pulls it in.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Shot from 12. Misses off the left iron. George against Harris. Pass to Harden. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first.
It goes on Nick Batum.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Harden. Both teams deciding to change it up. Harden hits them both. And so it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. A tremendous defensive effort against John Wall, frustrating the star point guard. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. You guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
You know, we're getting to the paint and making plays. They're a great team as far as rotation, so we just got to make the right passes.
It all starts with attacking the basket. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They led by 2 after the first. After a solid second quarter, they've built their lead to 8 at halftime. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. They're not afraid to use the whole shot clock if they have to. Overall, they're making every possession count.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, we saw a whole lot of dribbling out there, Shaq. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Dribble, dribble, dribble. You know this. But not a lot of playmaking. It was like watching 5 individuals out there rather than a team. If you're not going to play together, you're at a major disadvantage.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you look at Joel Embiid. He's playing really well right now.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Now Jackson. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. DeAnthony Melton out there with James Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. 3 on the clock. The shot comes out, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Harden with it. Jackson in his pocket. From deep, Melton. Here's Embiid. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Leonard outside. And here's George. Give him 8. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question, he is elite, Allie. Thank you. Timeout called, the Clippers.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Milton's checked in for Tobias Harris.
For your Philadelphia 76ers, ENT.
On defense, the Sixers. Zubac finds Leonard. Jackson on the wing, defended by Harden. Leonard. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Harden against Jackson. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist by Harden. Embiid's got 12 points in the game. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
A nice shot by Zubac.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Make some noise, fans. The loudest fans gets the free T-shirt. Here they come. Nice round of applause for your 76ers ENT.
The 76ers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Man, he's checked in for Zubac. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. George with a steal. Pass to Jackson. And here is Morris. Harrell defending. Got it.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, trying to close that gap. It's going to hinge on plays like this one, creating high percentage looks right inside.
On the wing, Milton. George defending.
2 minutes remaining in the
Milton passes to Melton. Offline with a 3.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now here's Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Back to Tucker. 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's Jackson, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Shake Milton.
With impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or two ahead of the defense.
For the Clippers, Reggie Jackson taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson. And the 76ers with some changes. Reed comes in for Tucker, and it's Thibault in for Harden. Covington's checked in for Los Angeles. Powell comes in for Paul George. And so Jackson nails both of them.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Reed. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Melton on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
LA ball.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
The 76ers making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. John Wall comes in for Jackson. The Clippers trail. Pass to Wall. Harrell against Covington. Back to Kennard. Good D by Harris. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. To win the drought. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Covington.
He was not going to settle on that play. Harris works his way inside and does a good job of drawing the
At the line
foul.
for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Harris.
A good percentage from here. Harris over 80% for his career.
Melton, he's checked in for the Sixers. James Harden comes in for Milton. And Harris drops them both. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Powell passes to Kennard. Back to Powell. And he banks in the layup.
Norman Powell.
Powell's got 6.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Harden, the pass to Harris. Outside Harden. Over Wall. The Sixers again can't hit. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Sixers ahead. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So, on the floor for the Clippers, Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's George in at the small forward position. Now here's Harden. Melton outside. Shoots over Powell. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Count the basket.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference.
Melton outside. And here's Harris outside. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 5 rebounds in the game. For 3, George. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Melton. Powell pulls it in.
Even with a big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him.
Wall against Harden. Fades back. And again, it's the Clippers.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Back to Harden. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. It's Powell on the wing. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Philadelphia, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Back to Harris. Pass to Embiid. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Yeah, and every season, Embiid seems to improve as a scorer, adding different elements and wrinkles to his game.
Here's Powell to tie it up. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. George against Harris. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Right wing. Here's Embiid. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Norman Powell at the line for 2.
Falls for Powell. So for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for George, and it's Jackson in for Wall. And so Powell nails them both. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Melton outside. Over to the wing. Harris against Leonard. Back to Melton. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Powell. They get it back. Tucker lays it up and banks it in. And the 76ers lead by 3.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. cleaning it out and sending it right back.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're losing by 3. A minute 37 left in the fourth. Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He focused on perimeter play at both ends. On D, he wants to prevent open looks from deep. And at their own end, he thinks they can create better shots with better ball movement. We'll see if he gets his wish. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Harden. With some arc, and he makes it. And now it's a 5-point Philadelphia lead.
Few guys can be as trusted as Harden when you're in these situations. He knows how to get it done.
Jackson outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Harris misses. The Clippers shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. George draws the double. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
Now here's Embiid. Yes!
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
George against Melton. They double team George. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They've led by as many as 11. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First team foul.
Two points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Sixers, James Harden. At the line for 2.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. And the Clippers call time here. They're losing by 6. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. George for 3. Oh, he buries it from outside.
This dude is nails themselves in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
For Philadelphia, James Harden. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And if I'm the defense, this isn't who I want to foul. Harden is more than happy to march to the stripe in these moments.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Oh, he nails it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Just a big night for George so far. He always works so hard, but his game has been on a higher level here in this game.
4th team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, DeAnthony Melton. Taking 2 shots.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Leonard for 3. And it's Harris with the rebound. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for your Sixers, Tobias Harris. At the line for 2.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Night in and night out, Harris impacts the game at the offensive end, and he is a go-to guy down the stretch as well.
And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. Leonard outside. No good with the triple. So this one belongs to the 76ers. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
We hope you get home safely. And
James, I'd love to know, whether it's scoring, playmaking, or your defense, what aspect of your game are you most proud of?
Being able to play a full course of a game and, and make an impact every single play. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I have to do.
It's been fun to watch.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. We'll see you later.